Welcome to Module 10 Multi-Engine Rating and Advanced Training. Today, we are embarking on one of the most significant milestones in a pilot's career, the multi-engine rating and advanced training. This isn't just about adding another engine to your aircraft. It represents the definitive transition from fundamental airmanship to the sophisticated systems management required in a professional airline environment. Preparing for the airline flight deck is a journey of transformation. While your previous training focused on mastering basic aerodynamic control in single-engine planes, this module serves as the critical gateway to becoming a commercial airline captain. We are moving beyond the stick-and-rudder basics to a world where comprehensive systems management is the primary objective. The transition to multi-engine aircraft introduces a major paradigm shift. It's not simply about having more power or speed. The real challenge lies in managing asymmetry. When you have engines mounted away from the fuselage, a failure creates off-center thrust. This leap requires you to master the physics of asymmetrical flight and understand how to manage redundant systems during the most critical phases of operation. Let's look at the complexity delta between single-engine and multi-engine flying. In a single-engine plane, thrust is centered and failures are relatively benign. In a multi-engine environment, however, an engine failure creates aggressive yaw and roll that demand immediate, precise counter-control. You're also moving from simple systems to dual-bus architectures with cross-feeding capabilities, significantly increasing your cognitive load as you monitor high-bandwidth systems and practice crew resource management. One of the most vital concepts you will master is VMC, or minimum control speed. Think of this as the boundary of safety. When an engine fails, the operating engine creates a massive yawing force. VMC is the absolute minimum airspeed where the rudder still has enough aerodynamic power to fight that yaw. Fall below this speed, and the aircraft becomes directional uncontrollable, making VMC a critical number for every multi-engine pilot to respect. Beyond the engines themselves, you will be mastering a much more complex aircraft architecture. We'll be training on high-performance systems, including retractable landing gear with hydraulic backups, constant speed propellers that utilize pitch control and feathering accumulators to reduce drag during failures, and advanced fuel management systems that allow for cross-feeding between multiple tanks. The path to achieving this rating is a rigorous 4-level climb. We begin with ground school to master the theory and V-speeds. We then move to the simulator to practice high-stakes emergency procedures in a safe environment. From there, you'll move into dual flight for real-world mastery of asymmetrical handling, finally culminating in the FAA check ride to validate that you meet airline-ready standards. The simulator is perhaps your most critical tool in this module. It allows us to stress test your systems management by simulating catastrophic failures that would be too dangerous to practice in a real aircraft, such as a V1 cut, where an engine fails exactly at takeoff speed. Here, you will master the cognitive sequence of recovery and learn to process data from failing instruments before ever stepping into a real cockpit. When you finally execute these maneuvers in flight, success relies on a disciplined identify, verify, and feather workflow. A simple but life-saving rule we use is dead foot, dead engine. If your left foot isn't working the rudder, the left engine is the one that's failed. This physical airmanship, combined with rigorous checklist discipline and crew resource management, ensures the aircraft remains stable and safe. Ultimately, this module transforms you from a traditional aviator into a professional systems manager. You are synthesizing your foundational flying skills with complex oversight. This transformation bridges the gap between simply flying an airplane and managing a complex flight operation, forging the mindset required for the modern Part 121 airline environment. Make no mistake, multi-engine certification is the non-negotiable prerequisite for a career in commercial aviation. Every major airline operation relies on heavy jet aircraft. By demonstrating mastery over asymmetrical aerodynamics and systems redundancy, you are fulfilling the mandatory requirements for your ADP minimums and securing your place in the professional pilot community. You are now cleared for Module 10. The flight deck is waiting for you. It's time to dive into our aerodynamic ground school and prepare for the challenges of the multi-engine simulator. Let's begin.
Dreaming of flying across the world? Not just India, but Paris, London, Dubai. An EASA license is your passport to global skies. Recognized in 31 countries and accepted by airlines worldwide. Train in Europe with modern aircraft, multicultural exposure, and the world's highest safety standards. And yes, you can always convert back to DGCA if you choose to return. Confused about costs, universities, or visa process? We're here to help for free. Hurry! Click the link below to register for your free one-on-one consultation today. Limited seats available. Your global cockpit awaits. Worldwide.